Hello.
Hi.
I'm Heather.
And I'm Nikki.
And we are Woollyelephant. It is June
The 15th.
the 15th, Thursday, June the 15th. It's 20 to 9 at night. It's still light, so we've got sort of reasonable light. This is episode 14. It's 2 weeks since the last one.
It is, yeah. Feels like 5 minutes.
I've done, not done quite as much as usual, but I have got a couple of FOs.
I've got one.
You've got one. There's been a lot going on. A lot going on lately. Yesterday, that London Tower block.
Yeah, fire.
Fire. Everything. There just seems to be one thing after another happening here at the moment. We need some. We definitely. We could do with a bit of good news on the news lately.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Something nice happening as opposed to Manchester bombings and London
People being
terror
stabbed
attacks and stabbed, and then this London Tower block. 17 dead today, and 17 in critical condition, and I imagine that's going to increase. Anyway, our heart goes out to those people.
Absolutely.
And we wish them well. Anyway, let that try and forget about that for a while, all the sad news that's happening, and talk about the knitting.
Stuff that gets you through the day.
Stuff that gets you through your day, that tries to help you get through all this bad stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Anyway, we've no book review this week, and we've no baby items this week. We've not really had, either of us have had a great deal of time. Saying that, not this weekend, but next weekend, we're going to Woolfest in Cumbria. Can't wait for that.
That's going to be fun.
We're looking forward to this one, as we're going to miss out on Yarndale, because I booked my holiday on the day it starts without even realising on the day that we were supposed to be going.
It's breaking my heart.
We can't come to Yarndale now, but so we're going to make the most of going to Woolfest in next weekend. So that should be quite exciting. So we should have been and be able to talk about that
In the next one.
in the next episode. So it's something to look forward to.
Oh, yes.
Hopefully try not to spend fortune, because I don't really need anything.
I probably won't spend anything, but I'm just looking forward to
We're
going.
just looking forward to going for the day. I don't need to spend anything really, but I'm looking for some.
It'd be good for inspiration more than anything.
Yeah.
Like, I like seeing all the garments knitted up.
Yeah, and see the sheep.
The sheep.
If they've got the sheep there and all the demonstrations.
Well,
and things
in your
like that.
magazine I was just looking at, it says that there'll be sheep.
Because my husband's taking us, and then he's dropping us off, and then he's going off and doing
Taking pictures.
his thing with his camera, taking fabulous pictures, because he's getting really good at that. So, I'm hoping in the future, I've bought myself some dyes, maybe to have a go at dyeing some wool, and using his pictures as a bit of inspiration.
That'd be really
I'm quite cool, quite excited. I just need some yarn. So I think I might wait, see what there is.
They might have some.
At Woolfest, that's what I'm thinking, that they might have stuff like that. Because of all they cover all sorts of stuff, I think. So from what I believe. Anyway, we're wittering on now. So get on to finished objects.
Do you want to go first?
These were just like an hour job.
They're so tiny.
I say I haven't done anything, baby, but obviously I got these. I've got a tin can knits book, and she starts off at like newborn and knits them all the way up to adult size. Well, these were the newborn size in the mittens. They didn't have they don't have thumbs on these, and they didn't take very long. I did them while I was watching a couple of episodes of Rain. They're like finger warmers.
Of what?
Rain.
What's that about? All my programmes are finishing, so I need new ones.
It's Elizabeth. You know Elizabeth?
Oh, what am I talking
Elizabeth?
about? I told you about it.
Yeah. I didn't know that there'd been new episodes on.
Yeah.
Rain, as in R-E-I-G-N. It's
About
on Netflix.
Mary Queen of Scots and
That's
Queen
it.
Elizabeth.
And Queen Elizabeth, and,
Yes.
and the sort of what went on between
Yes.
them and
It's awesome.
I didn't know that. I'd watched the first lot and I didn't realise there was more on. Anyway. And I knitted these while I was watching an episode of those. And then I thought, because I thought on Sunday, I'll sit and do a couple of sizes. Because I thought I'll do all the sizes. And, and by the time I'd done those, the novelty had worn off. And I moved back onto one of my current projects. Anyway, they were knitted in Debbie Bliss, Falkland Island Merino, Aran. that I got when I was in Skipton one day. And I've got a few colours in that, so I thought I might do a few sets of those mittens. One is, obviously the programme was good, because one's bigger than the other. So if any recipient of these has one hand longer than the other, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to show you yours?
And mine's baby related. For the baby section that we're doing, I finished the little dress. It just needs to have the flowers put on.
It's so cute. Or a bow here. Or something. No?
It needs something. I don't know if I'm going to do the flowers, but if I'm going to do the flowers, I'll do it closer to Christmas. Because then I'll size it up and see if it fits her, the little girl it's for. If it's not, it'll go somewhere else. I'll just make her something else.
But it's dead cute.
I'm so pleased. As soon as I got past the skirt bit, it's 5 centimetres shorter than it's supposed to be.
Move it into the picture, this one. Towards me.
It's 5 centimetres shorter than it's supposed to be, but if I didn't do it 5 centimetres shorter, I would have run out.
It could become a top though, couldn't it? As it gets too short,
Yeah,
it can be like a tunic top.
So I'm really pleased with that. And yeah, I just need to weave the ends in. I'm not bothered weaving the ends in yet, because I ripped out the arms and the neck, and I've redone them twice now, following their instructions. And they said to cast off through the back loop, knit style. And it's quite tight.
Casting off in the back loop tightens it up. So,
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what it said. It said cast off, knitting through the back loop. And I don't really think that she's going to get her little leg through this, because this will be at Christmas and she'll be like 10 months, 10, 11 months.
Are you going to undo it?
So I think I'll undo it and redo it, and I'll do like a stretchy bind off. Arms, might get away with.
You could always put a button in it.
Yeah, or do that, just unpick a bit.
Like we did when we did that with Michael's, when he had one that he wouldn't get his head in. When you knitted, remember knitting him that jumper?
Yeah.
He wouldn't get his head through.
Knitted him a jumper when I was pregnant for him, with a matching hat, and knitted it in third hat. I'll see if I can find a picture of him, and we'll put it in. And I couldn't get over his head. I was mortified because it was the first thing I knitted for him, matching set, and Mum came to the rescue and unpicked it and put a button in for me. So I'll have to see if I can find one.
Yeah.
It would be cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so that's my only info.
If you've been following me on Instagram, you'll have seen I've finished my cowl. I showed this last time. I haven't done very much. I'd only done like to about here. But I soon whizzed through that. But I absolutely loved knitting this.
Can't tell because you finished it in like 5
Yeah. It was from the Wool Tribe magazine from Edinburgh Yarn Fest. It was that on the front that it's not focusing in on because it's looking at Nikki.
Yeah. Maybe get my panda cup.
Yeah, it's focusing on her face now, see? There you go, perfect. So it was in there. So I know a few people were keen to see that made up because I've done it was in the magazine, it's in double knitting. And I've done it in Aran, but this grey colour, as it says it is, was like a regular Aran weight, but the cream one, the undyed one, was like, I would imagine would be worsted, thicker. It was thicker, quite a bit thicker than the, but it looks, smells super sheepy.
I don't like the smell.
But it's really nice. I'm really pleased with it. I need to make like 10 of these in different colours.
I'll have one for Christmas.
Modelled.
Just not a sheepy smelling one, please.
That is going to keep out everything. Could be the deadly highway, man. So when it's...
You've got 10.3
got
million mile an hour winds.
Fluff stuck to my lip gloss then.
Yeah!
But...
Sheepy fluff.
I really like that. It's West Yorkshire Spinners Jacob's Fleece, I think it was called.
That was your cheapy stuff, wasn't it?
And it feels... Yeah, it was only £5.50 for 100 grams. I've seen it for more, like £7.50 other places, but where I got this at Abercam in Manchester, it was only £5.50. I think that's what it is on their website as well, West Yorkshire Spinners website. It feels a bit scratchy, but when I've got it on...
It doesn't feel scratchy.
It doesn't feel scratchy on my neck at all. I can feel it a little bit, but not irritating.
No.
And I haven't washed it yet, so I imagine it's going to soften up a bit when I wash it. But... boiling now. It's I absolutely loved knitting. So go on a closer look. See if I make sure I show a bit that hasn't got. Ooh, look at that! I even found the bit with my mistake. Right there. Can't believe
well, it's handmade.
turn it round. You never notice. See? I did make a mistake a couple of times, but I did pull it back and correct. Well, you know when you let a stitch run down.
Yeah.
And redid it because there was no way I was undoing it all. So I let the stitch run down, and I think I had to do it about 3 times to make sure I got the stitches in the right order,
place.
pulled on the right bits. Anyway, so that's that one. So all finished. I don't think I'd do it any shallower because that would be really nice. So
It's a good size.
I definitely like it in Aran. So that one I've just made those mittens out of. I've got blue, like a tealy blue, this creamy colour, and the green.
That'll probably loosen off as well, like mine did once you've washed it and worn it a bit.
Yeah, because
It'll go looser.
I don't want it to go looser. I like it. Might have to put up with the sheep's man. But anyway, but I think I'm going to knit another one in another colour. It had 3 colours on the actual picture. They put a third colour in here and a third roll, but I didn't think it needed it.
No, I think 2's plenty.
I thought 2 was enough. So that's that one. And then, where did I just put my... Oh, it's there. This is the hat I've been showing for a while. It was in my Coop Knits book. It is now finished. I had a calamity with this. Disaster. I really like this.
Why did you have a disaster?
I'll tell you in a minute. But
She's not told me.
It looks really good.
It looks
It
like a really good
fits.
fit.
It fits really nice. It said you should start on 325s for the first bit and then switch to 375s, but I think... No, sorry, 2.5s and then switch to 275s. 2.75 now. But I haven't got any 2.5s that size. So I just did it all on 2.75. And it fits. I must have a big head. It fits really nice. I also took out...
Excuse me.
I took out one pattern repeat. Because it was slouchy in the picture. And I didn't want slouchy. I'm not a slouchy. And I don't like pom-poms. In the picture it was slouchy and it had a pom-pom, and I am not a pom-pom girl at all. I just think it looks silly on me. So that's that finished. It's got quite a nice... It's got a nice crown. Sorry, Nikki. Look at my backside for a
Hi,
minute.
cardigan.
That was an Asda special. They are. It looks really good there, look. Had nice cabling in it. It should have been another V longer in that. Like I say, I took that out for... It's got a simple cable up the sides. And that was in Paper Stories, Harry Potter's Forbidden Forest colourway. So that's really nice, that.
So what was your disaster?
Oh, yeah. See that bit there?
Oh, I remember now.
When I wove in my ends, you can see it there, this bit here. When I wove in my ends, had we woven it in, I think. And as I pulled it up a little bit, to snip it off, I actually caught the actual part and snipped right through it. I'm like, no!
Was it on a cable?
Eh?
Was it on a cable?
No.
Oh.
It was there at there's a ribby bit. You can just see it on the outside, but because it's quite you can just see it.
It's camouflage period.
You can just see it there, but because it's in like a camouflage type colour.
Oh dear.
It's here. You can't really see it. It blends in, and that was it on. So I wasn't going to cut all those bits off because I thought if I cut them too short and it comes undone, because it's on the inside of the hat, you're not going to see it anyway. I couldn't believe I cut a hole in it. So I've got bits of yarn So I was trying to pull them in a bit, tie them in knots, and then get more bits and sew it in.
I know, see it!
Oh God! And I really like this hat as well. And you know, we've even had, considering it's boiling hot now, it's really humid, and we've had some really warm days. I managed a whole day. There was one day it was really cold. I actually got to wear it. I didn't think I was going to get to wear it.
Came up on Thursday, so
I didn't think I was going to get to wear it till autumn, but I actually got to wear it, so I was quite pleased. And then the other thing I've been doing, I put something else, if you've been seen on Instagram, I put something else on my loom last night. Was it last night? And I finished it today?
Yeah, before.
Or in the morning, I can't remember which. Doesn't really matter.
No, it was yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Before I came to work.
Yeah.
I put this on my loom, started weaving with this colour because I had about 30 grams left of my Mothy and the squid. Lungwort sparkle. Can you see the sparkle in that?
Sparkle.
I had about 30 grams of that left. And I thought, well, I'll try using that. I put a bit of ribbon in it. Because why not? Because I've got loads of ribbon left from the shop, this narrow ribbon. And then this was from a pair of socks I've done before. This was, I think, Artisanal.
No, that was completely different.
4-ply. It does, doesn't it? It looks different to how it did on the socks. I did my warps with white cotton thread. Using your cotton for your warps was so much better than using wool because there was no stretch in it. So it was a lot quicker. I've done this, it's like that because I've done it for, this is for making a project bag. So that's going to be the front. And then that's obviously going to be the back. Going to give it to Mrs. here. And she's going to cut it up and turn it into a project bag.
Not cut it with my eyes closed because I'm too scared of ruining it.
No. Well, there's an inch, there's enough. I mean, even here, down the join, down the middle, I don't expect you to just fold it there.
Yeah.
I expected you to cut it,
Yeah.
because there's half an inch seam either side of that,
Yeah.
as well, to allow for that. So I haven't finished ends off, because obviously it doesn't need finishing off, because she's just going to cut it up. And I haven't woven these sides in, because that doesn't matter, because it's just going to be sewn into the seams anyway, but it's going to should look really nice when it's done. And it didn't take a lot of yarn for that. I have still got enough to put in
Do something with it.
yeah, if I do a scrap, I'm going to do a scrap yarn project.
Yeah.
I'm actually, the rainbow shawl I'm doing at the moment, when I've done that, I'm going to make another one and use scrap yarns. And that'll be enough for a couple of straps, that. So, that's my finished projects. Showing that I showed last week that I'd finished, but I hadn't finished the ends off. I hadn't decided what to do with it, whether this was going to be blankets or bags or something. I've washed it and decided. I've tasselled it. I'm not sure, I might cut the tassels a bit shorter. I have done them quite long.
I like them that long.
But since I've washed it, it's a lot softer. Right way over. So we've got nice tassels on it now, and it's really scrunchy soft now. So when I test drove it just to see if I can wear it without melting for 30 seconds. And I thought, oh yeah, that actually fits quite nice. That. So you're not getting it. It's not turning into bags. I'm not giving it away. This is my first homemade, not knitted, woven scarf, pashmina, shawl, whatever you want to call it.
Like it for your neck.
I was a bit short of something cream anyway. So, but since I washed it, I didn't realise quite how much it would soften up. It is so much softer and more. Because when I made it, it was a bit stiffer.
Yeah.
It didn't feel. Rigid. Yeah, well, it's really soft. It's soft now, and so it feels nice around your neck. So there you go. That's mine finished. Put that back there. Tassel looks at it now, because it's not folded neat, but hey ho. So that's my finished.
Yeah, so if I keep sniffing or if I start sneezing, my antihistamines are wearing off.
She's got serious hay fever.
And the grass pollen's quite high at the moment around here, and I really suffer with it, like you can hear it in my voice. It's
not a cold, it's hay fever. Yeah, both you and your dad, don't they, suffer with it, unfortunately. I sneeze occasionally, and my eyes will itch, but that's about as much as I get every now and then. So I'm quite lucky, really. I've
been feeling like I'm going to be sneezing. My nose isn't running or anything, it's just constant itch.
That drives you crazy.
But that's why I keep sniffing, so I'm not plagued. I've got the dreaded hay fever.
Right, so, works in progress. I think it's your turn.
I cast on a new project this morning. I don't know if you saw on my Instagram, I posted a picture of 2 minis.
Let's just say Instagram, for anybody that's not met us before.
Oh yeah.
Woollyelephant daughter, Woollyelephant mum.
Facebook Woollyelephant, Etsy we're Woollyelephant, and our Ravelry group we are the Woollyelephant podcast. And I'm Nicola's Knitting, and you are Birkin
196. And we'll change that one day to something a bit more exciting.
If you want to add us as a friend on Ravelry, if you find our group, then we'll be there at the bottom
as the administrators,
as the admin, so it's quite easy to find us that way. Instead of trying to spell our last name, because
we haven't got much going on our Ravelry group. We've not had a lot of interaction at the moment. We must be doing something wrong.
Well, we were talking yesterday whilst at work that we were talking about maybe starting our first cow.
Knit along. Something that everybody else isn't doing.
Nobody else seems to be doing. Well, from the people we watch anyway. So we thought we would do maybe a baby child orientated one. We've not decided the fine details yet, but we decided we're going to start it on the June the 30th. Because I know from my own experience, through summer I don't want to be knitting ginormous things. So knitting little baby things or childlike things.
Yeah, we've mostly got kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews.
Or your friends have got kids.
Your friends are having kids, are having babies.
Or even if you just did it for charity.
Yeah, if you knit for charity. So we thought we'd have a baby and child knit along.
Knit along.
We're going to say things like, if you pretty much knit what you want, but if you're going to knit, say, booties, you might need to knit 3 pairs to count as one go. If you're going to knit a baby, maybe hats, maybe knit 2 baby hats.
Or like one for a newborn and one for a toddler.
Yeah.
You know, that type of thing.
I think we're going to set like maybe a 30 gram
limit.
A 30 gram minimum.
Yeah.
Because 50 grams, even 50 grams, if you're expecting, if you knit for a preemie unit, or if you're expecting if you've got a preemie grandchild or baby yourself, or then 50 grams is too much. You'd have to knit a cardigan, a hat, and booties
like
and things.
Set. Yeah.
So we're going to set a 30 gram minimum, and we're going to run it for, say, 3 months.
3 months, yeah, end of September.
July, yeah, finish it at the end of September. So we'll work out with those details, and we'll put a post on.
We'll open a thread, so when this video goes up, there'll be a thread on.
So we can talk about it.
And all the things you want to
tell us what you think. And then we'll open a finished objects thread, because I would imagine baby things especially, can finish quite quick.
But we said we'll give you 3 months because people have lives.
Holidays.
Kids.
Summer. Barbecues.
All that
kind of thing. So you could knit little summer dresses for little girls, or bibs for your babies, or anything.
Anything, kid. It could even be toys. Why not? Yeah. Let's just throw toys in.
Yeah, anything for kids. We just want to get in on this game, on this knit along game, and we've got a reasonable amount of people following us now that might like to join in.
And there will be prizes.
We don't know what yet.
We don't know it yet, but there will be prizes. There'll probably be one of my bags.
And let's see what happens before I start promising any yarn that I've dyed. I've got to get some yet and have a go. But I really fancy having a go. I've got an eye for colour and design, so that should be okay.
Should be okay.
So we'll see. I've been watching videos and
swatting up,
yeah. And I'm itching to have a go.
Right. So my new cast on before I went off on that major tangent.
Yes. Sorry.
Was I started that Cosy Memories blanket?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cozy's Memories, whatever it's called.
Cozy Memories blanket.
With the mitered squares.
That's like the big shawl I did in the first couple of episodes that we did. Basically the same thing.
Yeah. Whereas the pattern calls for 2.75, but all my 2.75 I use them for socks, so they're either on socks or occupied, and I wanted to use my straights for a change, so I'm using 2.5s for Knit Pros Ink, and this is what I've done so far. I did this morning. My whole 1 and a bit square. And it's Mothy and the...
Hold it still, it will get it.
It's Mothy and the squid.
I really like
this one. It's the flamboyant cuttlefish. It is way cool. I don't know if you can tell, but the darker bits are actually a really dark purple. And it's pretty cool how it's striped up.
More like a maroon, isn't it?
Yeah, and this one is also a Mothy and the squid one, and please don't ask me to pronounce the name because it's just not happening. But it's another squid colourway. It's a really groovy one, but I like how it's working up.
It's lovely.
So I just started that this morning because I've only got my shawl on the needles that I'm actually working on.
You wanted a minis project, didn't you?
Yeah, I wanted a minis project, and I thought that would be quite easy to do. It took me, between everything I was doing and trying to sync my emails this morning, I was watching Jamestown, and each episode of Jamestown was 45 minutes. And I think that took me 2. Because reading the pattern and trying to get it right.
2 episodes. Once you know what you're doing, you can whiz through them. Because when I was doing my Shawl, it took about 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes.
And
once you get going.
I was like against the clock to go to work for this one. So I'm almost halfway through this one. So I'll probably have this, if I do it tonight, I'll probably have it done. But I think it's just nice enough to do, and I can put like the ends of my socks in. Like that's the flamboyant cuttlefish, because it was a mini I sent off for, and this is the other one. I have the tag for it.
Hello.
What am I doing?
That's
the
the
tag.
image.
Yeah, you see if you can pronounce it.
See if we can get the camera to focus.
No, I got the wrong one. It's this one. That's the one I can't pronounce.
No. Go on, camera, you know you want to do it. Stop peeking. There you go. Oh, nearly. Yeah, there we go. Flamboyant cuttlefish, that's that one.
That's the first square.
And then this is the one she can't pronounce.
One.
Yeah.
I just really like it.
Okay, that is... Oh, God. Yeah,
That one.
it's that one. I can't read it, let alone pronounce
But
it.
I've got like quite a bit left.
Multi-tubiculate. That's the second word. I don't know what the first one says. It's a squid.
I was thinking because I've got quite a bit left over, either you could have it if you wanted to do
I could put that into my shawl that I'm going to do. We can do swapsies.
do swapsies. You have that then. I
Into
might
my
keep
man-
this for me, or I might knit it for somebody special. If I'm not, I get to decide.
See, I'm collecting my minis. I think I've got a few more than this.
Because I was thinking
At the
for my
moment.
third colour,
These were Mothy and the squid.
I'd put this one in. You know, from a pair of socks that I did. I'm not sure how many squares I'm going to do in a row.
Just keep going till it's long enough. Do a row until it's long enough. Till you think it's as long, as wide as you want it, and then just work up.
I think I might do it to cover my legs on the sofa. Because I'm an old lady like that.
Hey, we all need that in the winter when you're trying to save on your heating. Or you don't want it's 10 o'clock at night and you suddenly feel cold.
Frozen.
And you don't want to put the heating on for like an hour before you go to bed.
Yeah, so I've started that, so we'll see how I progress. But there's 1.5, and hopefully the next one I'll be like down here.
I've never been inspired to do one of those, but we'll see how yours comes along and I might feel inspired. I'll show you a shawl I'm doing, and I'll show again a shawl I'm doing, which I'm thinking of doing with my minis anyway.
Well, I bought...
Which we can add in, we can swap and change and add in, can't we?
Yeah, be fun.
Right, so I'll show one.
That's my new... Kemperay, I think, does the pattern. But when I put in Cozy Memory on Ravelry...
You can pretty much pick your size yourself.
Yeah.
How many stitches.
There was like DK weight, Aran weight, everything weight. I always said if I was going to do one, I was going to do it in DK weight, but then I've got all these minis I wanted to use, but I don't always want to knit socks.
No.
So there we go.
I started a new shawl. I wasn't going to. I didn't start the Shawl Society one like I was
Great
just...
stopped.
Yeah, I'm tired. It's a happy time, you know. I was gonna start the Shawl Society one in those palette yarns that I showed last time. You know when I got my new shawl. Well, I haven't started that. I was going to do it in the blue.
It's quite a shoulder look here.
I was going to do my Shawl Society shawl in those particular colours that I'd had, and then I decided I wasn't going to cast it on yet because I'd got a few projects and I was in that finishing mode where I wanted to try and get stuff finished. And then I just wanted, do you know, one night I just sat and I wanted something, I wanted to do something, but there was nothing I was doing that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I picked up and I started another colour wheel. This is what I did the colour wheel shawl, the Sirdar colour wheel shawl. If you've watched all our videos, I made it for my mum's birthday. It wasn't, I don't think I showed it in the last episode, it'd have been in an episode, what are we now, 14th and 12, probably episode 12 where I showed it. And loads of people everywhere were showing these colour wheel shawls. Well, obviously I didn't want to buy another one of the colour wheel because I wasn't over impressed with the colour blocking.
Billy's staring me out.
Full laughing, that's the cat outside the window. But I like the pattern. And I bought, off the wool man on the market, he was selling off loads of this, selling off packs of this wool. It's King Cole Country Tweed double knit. I think it's been discontinued now. And then when I had my shop, I was selling it for about £5.50 a ball. Well, he was trying to sell off these packs he'd got left, and I got 12 balls for 20 quid.
Nice. Because
he pulled out all these few packets saying, well, there's this one, and there's this one, there's that one was very popular, and that one, I said, hang on, that one that's not very popular. I like that. Because this is very much my colours, I like that. So it's a shaded, a gradient yarn, well, shaded, and it's got coloured, multicoloured tweedy neps in it. Come on, camera. And I just like, this pattern is just so easy to do. It's mindless, but more interesting than garter stitch. So I think if I was going to knit if I wanted like a garter stitch blanket or another garter, this is just such an easy, because you garter stitching and stocking stitching with one row with a few holes in it.
It's really nice, I really like it.
Where you cast on 7.
That'll make a nice hat.
You cast on a few to each, so many rows you cast on. And then when you get to the middle, and you're just casting off every so many rows. And,
I like the cast off stage.
Which I like. So, but I'm going to make this bigger than I made, because I've obviously got 12 balls of this. I'm not going to make it 12 ball sands, obviously. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. Well, it was worth it because for the price of 4 balls, I got 12. I thought I might make 2 or 3, maybe sell them. I could make a jumper. I could make a couple of shawls and make a jumper if I want a jumper or a blanket. Make a nice blanket. This.
It would.
But it's such a nice, it's just an easy pattern. But I'm going to make it quite a bit bigger than the one I made for my mum. So I'm not too far off, because I think you can increase till it's about 105 stitches. I'm not too far off that now. It's probably only about another 3 or 4 of them. Well, I think I might go another maybe 8. So it'll come down the back a lot further. So you can see you're going from side to side.
It's lovely.
Towards the centre. So it's.
What's it like to knit with?
It's really nice. It's easy. It's not. I didn't find it splitty. It's obviously. I think it's something like 70% acrylic, 30% wool, or 20% wool, and so much percentage
Show
net.
what it is in the bowl.
That's the bowl. I'm sure you will see this again in the future because, like I say, I've got plenty of it. But it's really nice. It's for your run-of-the-mill store-bought yarn. Commercial yarn, I think they call it, don't they? Commercial yarns.
Yeah.
I really like it. I just really like the colours. I may give it to my mum because I know when I gave her the one I did, I think she might have been hoping it was a bit bigger.
Yeah.
I did say to her, put it in the wash. It'll grow.
It'll grow, yeah.
Because it's the kind of pattern it is, it'll grow in the wash anyway. But maybe I'll give her one of these as well, so she can have. I'm sure she'll be happy with that. So that's a dead easy knit, that one. It's a nice, like I say, easy. You don't have to think about knit. Have you got any more?
Which? Yeah, I have my shawl. Maybe I'll have it done eventually. But I said I'd have it done this time. But I lied.
Life gets in the way. And hay fever.
And hay fever. Oh, it kills me, man. So I've only done from where that ball is.
It's lovely though. I really like this.
So hopefully it'll be done
For October on my birthday.
To take to Wales with I should hope it's done before then. I just want to get it done now. I haven't got much further to go. I've got I think I've got about 10 more rows.
It feels so nice.
But you're casting on. It's a free pattern, so I can tell you. You like increase in your first couple of stitches, then you knit 2 together at the end, and then you increase. No, you don't. And then you increase on the next row. So you only increase in 1 stitch every other row, and I'm like, it's taking forever. But so these next 10 rows, and then I think I'll be going into the lace pattern then, and then I've got like 5 rows after it before I can cast off. And I can't decide what cast off to do to me because I want it to be nice and pretty.
So,
because the edges
it probably won't be. You can always do a peacock cast off or something like that.
Oh no, it's not that one. It'll be here for 10 years. I did think about an I-cord one, but then that'll be quite a thick, bulky edge. I can't decide.
Well, we've got time because I can't imagine. I don't think you're going to have it done for the next video. No, probably not.
I'm kidding myself. I'll pick it up and I'll do it every now and again.
It'll be done when it's done.
It will.
Yeah, there's no pressure.
I'm still doing it, and
yeah.
it's
there's no pressure.
It's still
you shouldn't put yourselves under pressure to do it.
So I'm not wearing it very well,
but you know, there you go.
There we go.
Yeah. I was going to have this one finished for this time, and I've not. I should have had easily. I should have easily have finished this, but I picked up another one. I started doing that other one,
and then happened.
I was just a bit bored, and you get a bit bored of knitting the pattern. Well, I do. And you're my daughter, so it wouldn't be surprised if you do as well.
Oh yeah.
Short attention span and all that. But I've nearly finished. I love this. I really want to wear it, but I'm not been rushing because it's too bloody hot to wear them any.
It is. Too bloody warm.
So.
Sorting out whether.
This is. I can see through it, so I can see what I'm doing. So you can see how.
I'm just going to sit here and wear me whip.
You can see how big. How big this is getting, look. And I'm on the dark colour now, going on to the dark colour. So this is I think this is where was that? No, it was where the stag was when I last showed it on the video, where the stag progress keeper was. So I've not got much to go. That's the point in the middle. It's just one of those. It doesn't seem to matter. This is the centre point. This is the centre point. It doesn't seem to matter. You're casting up 1 stitch every other row, and yet you feel like there's not getting any less.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there is, but it feels like it just isn't getting any
going on forever.
So I had to put it. I mean, because I did quite a stint of it. I did all that from this pink marker up to the top. I did that over one day, over my break at lunchtime, and then when I came home in the evening. And the previous one, between the other two, was what I did, I think, probably again, like on my break and in the evening. So it's really not much of a stretch to have to do the rest, but...
I'm just in the whole run there.
I'm just... yeah. It will soon be done. It's this type of year, type of show, so I need to get it finished, really. But I've been getting into knitting. You got any more?
No.
You got so I can show another one?
Yeah.
I was getting in. If you remember on episode 13 previously, I put it to the vote. I started knitting a rainbow wrap. I couldn't make my mind up whether I liked it. Well, I liked it, but I couldn't make my mind up whether I was going to continue with it because it was going to be so bright and would I ever wear it? Or do I know anybody that would ever wear it? And by the time I finished it, do I want to give it away? Do I want to sell it? You know, all these things you think about. And anyway, the general consensus was we asked people to comment underneath.
And you did.
And you did, so thank you very much. Everybody seems to love... You either love it, or you just want to see it.
Yeah.
You want to see the rainbow effect.
It's so colourful.
Yeah, so I obviously said I'd go with whatever you said, and you said I had to finish it. So, I picked it up about 3 days ago.
You were down here.
Yeah, I was yellow. I think I'd just done about a row on the green, this first green. So I picked it back up about 3 days ago and started putting on like 2 stripes a day. Done 2 green, 2 blue. I only got 1 on today. Got the pink one on. But I love this pattern. Amber. God, I can't remember her name. Does it say on the pattern? Let me look. Pattern is by Amber, ambah.co. Amber O'Brien. It's on Ravelry. It's don't show that either. It's a paid-for pattern. It's absolutely lovely. It's the wrap is going to go, as you can see there. It's going down at an angle.
Oh,
so this is going to come down at a point. This is going up. So you're knitting it at kind of at an angle.
Cool.
So it'll, when it's round your neck, it'll hang down in points. So it's not just going to be. It's not just straight across. Can you see there? Look at that. What slope?
Yeah.
That way. Look at that slope. As it's coming out, as you're decreasing on that side and increasing on that side. So you always have the same amount of stitches. It's just making it lean. But the lace pattern.
Isn't that an asymmetrical one?
I think something like that. You can see through. See the lace pattern. I'm loving doing it. And this is Mothy and the Squid, blue-faced Leicester. Her rainbow pack is the colours. The black is Knit Picks palette yarn. But all these is a rainbow pack. I'm onto the pink. I'm doing it in proper rainbow order. I've only got to do. I've done pink. I've got 2 shades of purple, and then I think I've finished the rainbow repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I've got 2 shades of purple left to do, which are this one and this one.
Which way around?
This way. This one first. So it'll be like that. Something like that. So you're going from pink to that shade of purple to the dark purple, and then that'll be the 10 repeats. And I should get 4, I think, because these were 20 gram. These were it's not kind of bright that is.
It's
awesome. Just wear it. These were 20 gram minis, and each one takes 5. About 5 when I weighed them to see about 5 grams per stripe.
That's not bad.
So I should get 4 stripes of each. I don't know whether that'll be long enough. I don't know whether to add something else in at the end to make sure it'll be long enough. But I imagine when I block it, it'll grow quite a bit. When I block it out.
You could do a couple of rows in each colour in the last one, if you have any left.
Yeah. Might look a bit odd that though. I don't know. That's what I was thinking. I didn't know whether to put something in that I might have something else.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. It might be enough. Like I said, there's 2 more rows to go on there, so it's probably going to go to like there, and then that 4 times. 4 times, because it is quite a big wrap. But it'll be as long as it'll be. And when all said and done, if I really wanted to, I could always order some more. Or, magic, even if I dyed them with what I've got, it won't look the same because it might not be the same colours.
Nope.
So, there we go. What do you think? Is it as fabulous as you were all hoping?
Yes.
Do you like it? Shall I keep going? Well, no, there's no shall I keep going. I'm keeping going now. I've done all that.
No question there, I did.
So, there you go. That's that. So this is what's been taking up my time instead of finishing that other shawl. Because I've been missing it. Because you're changing colours and it's such nice, bright, pretty colours. And
it's
that,
lovely.
And that lace pattern is so easy to do and it's so effective. And on a few of her patterns, that lace pattern pops up. And those ones I was showing you earlier.
Yeah.
Look pretty good, don't they?
They do.
So I've bought about four of her patterns, and I've got, I think, a couple of free ones she's sent. So
happy days.
Happy days. So that other shawl I was going to do, the curious one, as desperate as I am to do it, it's going to wait because now I've got some dyes. What inspired me to want to dye in the first place was because I wanted particular colourways. I wanted it in a certain way to do for that shawl. So I'm going to try dyeing the colourway that I want to do for that way. I'm not going to show you my socks because I'm losing the will to live with socks at the moment. I keep trying.
This is a no sock episode.
Yeah, I keep trying. Yeah, that's the point. No socks. So I'm not getting that at all.
No.
I've done about that much on me Just Follow socks. Not that they're hard to do. I've got the proper needles for doing them on now, and I still don't like magic loop. Magic, it's going to be alright for doing for hats and things like that, but for my socks, it's just no.
Not your cup of tea.
No, I'm going to when I get to the heel, I'm going to switch. I think I'm going to switch over. And my rainbow socks are dead easy to knit. They're just round and round in circles. I've done most of the foot, of the leg, sorry, on that one. Most of the foot on the one. Half of the foot on the pink one, most of the foot on the rainbow one. But I'm not going to get them out and keep boring you with that. Until, at least till I've turned the heels and put the heels in. But it's not, again, I'm not wearing woolly socks at the moment.
Have you any more whips?
No. No. No, that's me.
Cool.
So, we were going to show some of these last time and we didn't.
I've actually forgotten to bring 3. Totally forgot that we didn't show them last time. So there are 3 more bags than I'm about, as well as one I'm about to show you. So this is what's been taking up all my time really. I've been wanting to make these bags more than knitting.
Yeah, these have been updated on our Etsy shop.
So they're all on our Etsy shop.
Woollyelephant, is it just Woollyelephant, isn't it? Just Woollyelephant on Etsy.
So here's bag number 1. It's got some of my leftovers in there, just to pad it out.
Should we open it and show it?
Yeah.
Bit of ribbon on there, so you can see the inside. Stripy bits, that way.
And what I've got inside it is, I've got my, for my shawl, I've just put in my leftovers and it's bouncing around in there, so there's like...
Plenty of room. You've made these a bit deeper, haven't you, than the last one?
Yeah, I've made the box deeper, so as to hopefully not catch any
Not to catch your wool. Could this be removed if they wanted to?
No.
No.
I've sewn it on. I did think about putting it on a brooch pin, because I do have some brooch pins. But no, I just sewed it straight on.
So, there we go. That's the big yellow daisy squirrel.
Squirrel bag.
Squirrel.
And that's on Etsy.
No. It's not big enough to block the screen. It loves you. Camera's loving you.
Love me. And then this one I've done.
I love this one. This one's better. I love the colour of this one. It's very vintagey.
And this one. This is obviously flat because I've not got anything in it.
Again, it's a box bag.
It's still a box bag with poppies on. And are they snowdrops? Like snowdrops?
No, they look like lilies.
Lilies?
Of some kind of lily.
And that's got a jazzy blue lining and it's got a lacy frill.
It's got vintage. It's like vintage lace, that.
It's lovely.
Because I had all this. I had a sewing box that I inherited from my husband's aunt.
Yeah.
Which had loads of really old lace and things in it, which I've passed on to Nicola and said, you might as well use them up, because I'm never going to use them.
There was just enough to do either side, and I thought that looked really nice on that fabric.
It's really pretty, that. I really like that one.
So these would be good for like one skein.
Some projects and
or
things.
like small shawls type thing.
Because the one I use mine for is
Mum's got the original one.
my dinosaur bag. See, they're a little bit bigger than my dinosaur bag, but yeah. I've got my... I'll let you have a sneaky peek, but, you know, I'm not showing them because we're not showing socks this episode. It's my rainbow socks in there. I've got the full sock and a ball.
Oh. Yeah, I wanted to put them a bit bigger, so then you've
yeah, because I did say...
got that choice.
I've got these were the prototypes, and I did say a couple of times I've caught... If I wasn't paying attention, I've caught my wool on the zip, but you could do that on any bag.
So really, that's the reason I put the zip pull on it as well.
So, yeah, because I'd stuck a little charm on the end of mine.
So that's that one. And then my third one is this little owly one with owl print. And I put some pretty buttons on. See if we can... It'll pick it up. Yeah, cover your face up. Ooh. See, look at little owls. And I've got some buttons. Just need to trim that thread. Well, they're really cute. And then I put on the zipper pull, a little charm.
And keep it still.
I'm trying to be still.
It will, if you keep it still, it should focus. There you go, near enough.
It's a little butterfly on just hot pink ribbon. Yeah, we all know what hot pink looks like. So that's that, and they're all the same size. And oh yeah, lining. It's the same
jazzy lining.
Jazzy lining.
They'd also be good, these, for putting your smalls in. Like I say, when everybody's going on the holidays.
They make good lunch bags too.
Yeah, I think for going on your holidays now, you could put your... That lady at the shop was going on about bra bags.
Yeah.
Bags for putting your bra. You think when you fold your brassiere in half and put it in your drawer, you could put it... You could fit a couple of them. If you've not got enormous... Need enormous boulder holders. I bet you could fit some pretty big bras in there.
You could.
And they'd be nice to keep them together.
I should test it on my own.
Or your delicates. To take along.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think would be pretty good for that. Or your baby's bibs. Keep all your baby's bibs together.
I know one of my friends, she's asked me if I'll make her a couple for her to throw in a bag. A baby changing bag, one matching, but for her, one a bit girly and one a bit boy for her and her son. So they can all be matchy. Because she likes matching.
What she want to keep in hers?
Makeup.
You think of different things you could put in there. You could make
It's
them
just
in...
a bag, isn't it?
Do you know, you could make them in masculine colours for Father's Day next year. And they could have them for
Bit
kids.
of a deadline.
Yeah, no, for Father's Day,
Sunday.
for Father's Day next year, or for Christmas, and they'd be good for putting all the cables and... You know, like your dad's always got loads of cables.
Yeah.
And your chargers and your... all that kind of...
Because I made him one.
Stuff.
I made him a bag out of his old jeans, a drawstring bag, and an old bed sheet ages ago. And I don't know if he uses it still, but I know he put cables in that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You could use it for... You could put in man stuff in. Hat and gloves and... In the car. Chuck the hat and gloves in the car, but make them in man stuff. Mancles.
So these
like
are all...
that cogs one.
Yeah, that's cool, isn't it?
Mm.
That's had a lot of attention on Etsy.
Mm.
So I've finally finished off these drawstring bags. I've put in some ribbon. These are my cheapy buys on Etsy.
Yeah, these ones are a bit more of your bargain ones.
Yeah, because they're the ends of fabric. So I thought, why not? Welly bobs. Because everyone loves welly bobs.
I love the welly bob material.
More welly bob. As you can see, they're all a bit different shapes because that's where the offcuts of the fabric were. But they're all suitable for sock sizes. Like that one's slightly bigger. That's just the way it went. I didn't want to throw away fabric. I wanted just to use it all up.
Mm.
So they're all in my shop, ready to go to new homes. I'm going to the post office Saturday.
To post off the princess ones?
Yes, I've had an order, so that needs to be sent off. I'll be able to go to the post office and post it then.
Yeah, somebody's bought that fabulous princess, the big bag.
The big bag. So I need to send that off.
And maybe make a couple more of them.
So, yeah, I might use different fabrics though.
Yeah.
Make them a bit bigger. And probably make little matchy ones. But we'll see. Next week I'll probably just want to knit everything and not want to do anything at all.
I have got, I suppose I could show this. I've shown it on Instagram.
But yeah, check me out.
I forgot to show this when I was showing my toys.
That was very cool.
He was my first monster. This was just me made up pattern as I went along. I was supposed to show it when I did my toys. Completely forgot about it. But he was just he sits there on the unit looking at me. I glued that on, which was a mistake. But he's quite cool. I like him. Thought you might like to see him.
Does Michael like him?
No, not that I've noticed. He's never picked it up.
Alright.
He might do when he's older.
Yeah.
He just sits there looking at him. I thought I'd just show this. As I showed it on Instagram. It'll look better seeing it on the screen. I finished the back of my...
you look green on your Instagram post.
I finished the back of my cables.
Well, it is green, but no, like a different...
What's green? It's not green.
Oh no, it's a grey.
It's beige.
Beige.
It's like a beige
I don't know what
grey.
you're talking about.
It's from my Pearl and Jane in Skipton, from my Pearl and Jane book. Isn't it fabulous? Remove that. But it's got these lovely cables in it, dead easy cables. And this is all in. I think this is in that. It's in that same Jacob. I think it's in. Is it in the same Jacob's Place?
Oh.
Oh, it is. Wait, West Yorkshire Spinners. It's not. Come on, focus. Here we go. Well, nearly. People get bored waiting for our thing to... West Yorkshire Spinner's fleece. That's about as good as you're getting. 100% blue fleece Leicester. The other stuff was Jacob's fleece. This is softer.
Oh yeah.
My Pearl and Jane book. I've showed it before.
Smells like sheep.
It does. This smells like sheep too.
British wool.
But it's lovely. It looks really nice.
Origin is everything.
I have started the front, but it's too warm to knit this. I got it in October for my birthday last year. There you go, proof. I have started the front with my fabulous dragon. It's not actually a progress keeper, it's actually the stitch marker holder, but it makes a fabulous progress keeper for a big project like this. I got it from Coop UK.
Yeah, is that your dragon?
Yeah, I love it.
I'm reading this.
I was talking to her on Instagram the other day because she brought out some Union Jack ones. It's got a big progress keeper like this, and then stitch markers.
Yeah.
In blue and red with little Union Jacks on, which I was very keen for. So they'll be here. She's posted them out today, so they should be here in the next couple of days. So I'll have them to show next time. Yay. But I'd said to her about how I used the holder of the things as a progress keeper for the jumper. So I'll give her a shout out. So I'll show them again when they come. Show them when they come. So I think that's about everything. That's all we've got time today. Yeah. I think. Yeah. You haven't got anything else, have you?
No.
So that's us. We said we haven't got much, but we always have more than we think we have.
We always talk for longer.
Thank you to everybody that's come back and watched us again.
Definitely.
Hello to new viewers. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen, and that we'll see you again. If you do, if you've liked what you see and you want to see us again, hit subscribe.
Yes.
Down below. And click like as well. Would be good. Always good to get likes.
Always good to get likes.
Yeah.
Hopefully I won't be as sniffly next week.
Yeah, it is really high. Full of grass. They've even going on about it on the news, haven't they?
And evil people keep mowing the lawns.
Yeah.
It's just bang out of order.
Anyway, on that happy note, all of you take care and we'll see you soon.
Bye.